Hi, I'm Zach.
And this is the 6th episode of In the Zone Reloaded.
Season 2.
Season 2. Yeah, much better. Today we'll be discussing the episode The Eye of the Beholder. And so you can check it out beforehand because we're going to be spoiling it. But really, I mean, if you've, unless you've been living underground, you probably have had this spoiled for you. Or if you're Zach.
What? Oh.
Nothing.
It wasn't spoiled for me in advance, even though
it was spoiled, but you forgot about
it.
We start in a hospital.
And I take a dark image of the hospital.
A woman is covered.
Zach.
She's like.
A woman covered in bandages.
Yeah, we get it. Okay, so
why are you even saying?
No, we don't get it.
Calvin, don't cut me off. I took notes.
Wrapped in bandages all over her face. It's time for the patient's sleeping medicine.
Yeah, and we see like the nurse take the temperature.
And
it was a little
we
bit
can kind of see your face though.
And
which is unfortunate.
And then
the patient asks about what the day was like.
Clouds and if it was warm, and they say it was a little bit warm.
You know what? I'm gonna have
that stuff.
I want to talk about the flaws of this episode, obviously, and the only way I can do that is by explaining the twist, which I'm gonna do right now. Because guys, it's been around for what, like 56 years.
Oh, don't
But the thing is, it turns out that she's beautiful, everyone else is ugly. But here's the thing, this appears to be a very predictable twist. Well, not very, but because here's the thing,
I didn't call the twist, but I did 100% know halfway through the episode. I saw like even 2 minutes in the episode they didn't show a face.
Yeah, but
and
just for me,
so odd.
Being like, oh, they're not showing their faces. Oh, right away. Yeah, well, she's beautiful and they're ugly. But the thing is,
what they could have done, they could have done something more subtle, and they could have gone with like doctor's masks or something.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
Doctor's masks and like I don't know, hairnets maybe.
Oh, that's such a good idea.
He
like Pee-wee's Big Adventure in the dream sequence, where it turns out he has a creepy mouth.
Okay.
But one of the things is the problems is there's some very obvious dubbing. So when yeah, obvious dubbing. And dubbing, overdubbing.
Define the word dubbing.
So when you record something and then say an episode of In the Zone, but then I go and I do a voiceover of my own voice saying it. It's very obvious.
It was sort of like.
But here's the thing, it's obvious here because we go back and forth between the nurse and the patient, and whenever we hear the nurse, we hear static in the background, but then when we're listening to the patient, it all goes away. Then we realize, well, I can't tell visually because we never see their mouth moving. Wait a minute, I never see their face. Wait a minute, she's beautiful, they're ugly. That's one of those things, the connection that happens.
It was
which is maybe a problem of our nice sound quality now.
So now we get like one of the really big flaws in the episode.
What?
Forced monologues. So much forced monologues.
There's a little bit of padding.
Forced monologue
everywhere.
Well, they're trying to fill in time.
Just like,
yeah.
Also,
so
the not face became really obvious during some of them.
Oh my god.
Why do you stare out of the window when you're discussing with the patient?
Why? Yeah, there's so many. Yeah, they just ran out of ideas near the end, and it's unfortunate. But so she asks when the bandages will be taken off, and they say, "Well, they decide whether or not they can fix your face." And she says her first memory. Well, I'm just leaving in the important stuff because
here we get first static monologue.
Right, and she says her first memory is of a child screaming at her.
And
not but
yeah, and
screaming away from her.
I'm not picking it up.
And then she keeps pleading. The blind falls off, and
They're not blindfolds.
Whatever.
Guys, can I just say, Twilight Zone pun #1 from Zach. You might see more. There was a lot of padding and
This episode is very ambitious.
Oh yeah.
Like to have this. Yeah, and they do it pretty well for the most part. Near the end, maybe like the scene with the doctor and the nurse talking, it gets a little.
What made me a little bit mad was that the doctor and the nurse referred to each other as doctor and nurse.
His name's Dr. Bernardi. So then the nurses are talking about patient 307, and they're like, if I was her, I'd bury myself in the grave someplace.
I just want to say something quick about the Rod Serling narration. So this is a new form of the Rod, as far as I'm concerned. Did I miss an episode where this happened? Like where he actually walks on camera and narrates?
Instead of him just being there?
Instead of him being superimposed or on a TV.
Fade to black. So then fade up. Then it's the doctor, Dr. Bernardi, talking to what's-her-face. Janet
The nurse.
Tyler.
And now
Of
it
their
is,
faces.
and this is when we realize how painfully obvious it is that there are no faces. Like, you know, for like 3
Well,
minutes you
I
could
say
miss it.
it gets more obvious even later on, but so he
So
says the
there's
bandages will be taken off pretty soon.
Talking.
They turns out it's her 11th visit here. That's a ton. This is when it gets really obvious dubbing. When he's like, well, I can't say. When he's looking at the window, it's obvious dubbing. It's sad.
And
It was
keeps talking
really
about it.
painful because it's just also like that. It's just painfully obvious that we're supposed to not see their faces. I don't know how I didn't see the twist, but I kind of knew that like I'm not the brightest, but I don't know. It was just really because he was looking out the window and like I look at your patient. I know they can't see, but like
I made a bunch of frowny faces during my notes
And
because
then-
there are just so many, things they could have done better.
If I ran the Twilight Zone, I would have an epic 15-minute compilation,
Oh, run
and I
the
would just
Twilight
like
Zone.
every season just have a feature, like because just imagine 15 minutes of the fever, 15 minutes of this, 15 minutes of like other episodes that were disastrously padded, and that would be entertaining.
Just padding. You
No,
want to
that would
combine all
suck.
the worst
No,
parts of
not
every
that just
episode.
padding is take out the padding and like show the real part of the episode.
Okay, he's saying 11th is the last time she can do it. This is the last
Right.
time.
And it's illegal.
And if it doesn't work, there are alternatives. He asks
Like-
to go outside.
So we don't.
We'll
first,
find out- we
she
find
knows
out the alternatives
but
later.
we don't.
Right. So he asks to go outside. He
And
says
she
no.
looks-
And this
but
is where we
then
feel like
she
Then he
goes,
he's not a likable character.
And he
at
says
this
many people look like her. And one alternative is to move to a special area where people of her kind are congregating. He says, "You mean segregated?"
and then she freaks out and starts saying,
She criticizes the state, their government, for making ugliness a crime. She goes, "Please take this off me." She says that 6 times. I counted. "Please take this off me. Please take this off me. Please take this off me. Please." Not like that.
Also-
"Please take this off me. Please take this off me. Please take this off
I
me."
thought there was
Put her on the bed.
lots of uses of the word "just." I'd like to go through and count sometimes.
Now this is my favorite moment of the episode, just because the voice acting is very good. I don't know if the person was actually there or just dubbing, but when she goes, "Please, please let me go, please let me go," it sounds really good. And just
Yes.
so real. It's
Oh
like,
my
please
God,
let me-"
she's-
when they're putting
she
her on the
sounds
bed, she's
scared.
like, "Please
She
let me go."
sounds so scared.
A couple of
Yeah.
times.
You can imagine her
She
sweating.
wasn't very good at like crying though. That's the thing I thought. It was
I thought
clear.
she
You mean the
was?
crying voice? No, I think
She
the
was
crying
so
voice is
good.
good. I think
That
it was
was
really good.
amazing.
I thought
it
it
was
sounded
good.
a little fake. I don't know.
Whatever. Well,
To
well,
each
sorry,
their own.
she wasn't actually crying.
I know.
It's called acting, Zach.
Yeah.
I just don't think she did a very convincing job. But
Well, I did.
okay.
Maybe she did something that got herself to actually cry.
Yeah. Maybe Rod's, yeah. He was torturing her.
Rod
He made her do 200 takes, so by the end he was actually crying, "Please let me go!" Saying it to Rod, "Please let me go." Oh.
And Rod like killed her.
What if Rod sort of looked like-
Yeah.
What if Rod Serling just like made her watch Third from the Sun again and again?
Please let me go. And just
Please.
recorded her voice for the dialogue.
Please let me go. Please let me go. Please let me go.
He says, "Yes, I will take the bandages off." Fade to black.
I thought that was a little
After
odd.
much
Why?
Yeah, a little unrealistic.
It'll take 2 weeks. It'll take a couple of days. What difference is it? Please let me go. Okay, bye.
Please let me go.
And this is the scene where I feel like it's very obvious. So the doctor and the nurse are just talking, and they're just looking straight at the camera, but you can't see their face. Now the
Really?
window, looking at the window, is a little
like
more
the
creative.
darkened face.
There's one, but then again, there are some really great things here, like when her face is blocked by the lamp, or when he's in the dark, and then for the second when there's light, she's in front of him. Like that must have taken a long time.
Yeah.
You wonder-
So.
You wonder like how many retakes did they have to do when like the nurse turned in the wrong direction by mistake?
And I think that they just had human normal faces based on the little that I could see.
Oh, yeah,
in HD. It would have been interesting to decide whether or not to wear the pig mask during this. Probably just more easy and affordable.
Well,
to-
they have to talk, don't they?
Right. He's starting to criticize the state, and he's like, What's the problem? Why shouldn't they be
Why
allowed
is
to
this
get
crime
I feel
ugly?
like
And
this
she's
is-
like, that's treason.
I feel like
Don't
like
go on rationality.
well, first of all, this is when we know that the state is weird and that this isn't just
Yeah,
Yeah.
the thing I love about this episode is how slowly you realize how messed up this world is because we're only in this
Yeah.
hospital. This scene is definitely a padding scene, but I think it's a good padding scene. Like of him just kind of expanding his character a little more, like saying he's
Oh, I liked it because he started out being really unlikable, and then halfway through we like kind of
Snape.
yeah, like actually that's a pretty good analogy. I'm surprised because that seemed like weird at first, but yeah, Snape. Because you feel like he's unlikable and he's not showing sympathy, and then later he says that that's just because like he has to stay professional.
You know what would be interesting if this episode there was no twist, but she had a pig face and everyone else just had a normal face, but or if they never showed the faces the whole time, you know, like it was just some comment on like it doesn't matter if we can't see their face. Like it makes us more sympathetic to everyone involved.
That could have just been,
Like kind of a race. Like this is kind of a race metaphor.
yeah. I don't know, but like I feel like at the end, if the episode had just a moral, that would be a little bit odd. If it was just like,
Yeah.
what
I'm
does
saying-
it matter?
Yeah, I'm saying it. It wouldn't. It would not be as good. It'd be very disappointing, but it would be interesting. We hear that the leader is speaking,
And he's like saying like stuff about like
Conformity.
yeah, it's very on the
That-
nose. The way it's shown is he's just very far away, which is cool, really cool.
right.
That was clever.
We finally get to the part where
We're taking off the bandages.
and so
I
he
can
says
say-
that if she
I
goes
like
nuts,
this
they
scene a
give her
lot.
a shot.
I like this. It was very dramatic.
Great.
Like,
Yeah,
Good.
and I
like,
love
good dramatic effect, good like
And-
slow cutting.
I love the
It's
plot
like,
devices because they say we have to take it off slowly so that your eyes can adjust to the light, which totally makes sense and it totally builds
Very
suspense.
believable. We see this unwrapping. We get like a close shot of the like needle up with the anesthetic.
Yeah.
it's cool.
It's kind of cool because I thought at first with the scissors and the anesthetic, I thought they weren't gonna do at all what they told her they were gonna do,
Like they would just kill her.
or like they would just like take a shot and put her like in a coma or something.
Oh, we
They said
forgot.
that, like that's another
Yeah,
alternative.
she asked.
Killing.
No, well, she asked if she could be killed, but they were like, probably not.
But that's
Okay,
right there.
take
That's
the
actually
bandage.
right there.
But that's a cool
And
thing
they use
to put
the
in,
phrase
like,
Okay, so then-
extermination of undesirables, which
Like-
is like messed up society.
Yeah.
like if
Messed
someone
up
had a
society.
pig
But,
face.
Like Hitler.
Yes, this is another Hitler
Okay.
type.
And this is another offensive joke.
No, but this is true. This was like the point. This was another one of like the social commentaries of the episode about Hitler, even though he's kind of
Could we
he
like
was dead by this point, but
Yeah.
who cares? Still relevant. The whole thing about her being killed is cool because if someone had a pig face in real life, like here, they probably wouldn't want to be killed. But just because of this place, they probably like that would be an option for her. Like maybe they're more prejudiced there, you know.
Or like, yeah, if someone had it in real life and like life today, I thought that it was odd that she couldn't wear a mask.
I think
That was the detail that I
This-
thought was really weird.
this might be able to happen in real life. Is there's like a mutation, like they're in science, and then over a long period of time we change, but there were still
Yeah.
a couple of us like
Maybe this was
Yeah, this could
maybe this
happen.
is like we evolved into pig people.
right. This
Yeah.
could actually happen.
That's what's cool. I think that's kind of the implication.
I
Like
doubt
this is in a long.
Yeah. Here's the deal. Why can't they give her a mask? They gave all the actors masks and that worked.
Well, this reminds me of they could just give her the mask from the Twilight Zone.
Yeah.
But this reminds me of the horror movie I saw called Eyes Without a Face. Maybe we should watch it sometime. The thing is, this woman was in a car crash and her face like fell off. So this guy, this doctor, this mad scientist, kidnaps young women, and you get to see he snips off their faces and puts it onto his daughter. It's crazy.
What? Hey guys, why don't we do that to Zach?
Yeah, we'll take off
Yeah.
his face. No, we should trade skins.
Yeah.
Live. We should do a live broadcast of us trading skins.
And then he says, before you take off this last set of bandages,
Like
remember,
they had this really dramatic
Do you
shot
want
of
a
going
mirror?
through the things.
she's like, do you want a
Through the
mirror?
glass.
And then and
Yeah,
it's
this
like,
She says no. So
They had this whole light
Everyone's-
through the gauze thing.
Right,
That was really cool.
Yeah,
remember,
very cool
if
stuff.
this worked, yada yada yada, all that stuff.
right. So then,
This did.
gasp, no change. And then she's
and then you see her face.
So
a beautiful
right
name.
then, right then I was like positive that they were all deformed, but I was still very startled when they turned around because
we turn off the lights. Ah, there are
and
pig
then they're
people.
like,
She runs away. Well, she's held down for a second, but she escapes.
and you see the TV saying like,
Yeah, the TV
we
comes
must
down.
not let those ugly people in our society.
It was like something
or
about
something
that,
like
and then
It's very overt.
so then we get the most anticlimactic glass break. Glass TV.
Glass
right?
being break.
It can
You
shatter
think it's
all
the
that.
right-
That's what I remembered happening.
No,
My memory
but-
was wrong.
She just like threw a rock into it and it kind of turned off.
and he
It
starts
was the power
freaking out. And
She
by
hit the
coincidence, and I could see this happening in the hospital. She goes right into the room where there's a
Where
representative
she was supposed to go.
of their kind.
And he's a hunk.
Well, but I do think they were trying to like.
He's like,
I'm almost positive that they were trying to that wasn't just a bad plot device because like every way she tried to turn, there was someone there and then she
Or
turned
TV.
back.
Yeah.
Like I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, maybe
weren't
they set
hurting
it up
her.
that way, the nurses.
So what made me mad?
He's
about
Walter
this guy,
Smith. He's gonna-
His proportions were so off. Like his chest was just like
Well,
tiny.
didn't
and
you
his
learn
head wasn't-
anything from this episode? Beauty isn't important, Zach.
His head
Yes,
was
Zach!
in a cylinder. Like
Zach!
that made me mad. The cylindrical head. That was too far.
Alright, so he's a representative. She accidentally ran to him, and he'll take her there tonight. And he says, there's an old saying, very old, because we're in the future, maybe. Beauty is in the eye of the beholder. Say it to yourself. So, how do you like it, Zach?
It's not as good as it's said to be. Like people say
like
that
it.
this
People
is.
say it's
People
one of the
say that
best.
this is the best episode of the Twilight Zone.
They're wrong,
It's
but
really
it's
And
good.
it's not the best
It's really
episode of
good.
this season. So far.
So far, I don't know, maybe.
I liked
I like the one with the
a
genie.
lot.
The one with the genie was pretty good.
Okay,
But
what do you think of
anyways.
this one?
I'd give it a.
Nope.
Oh, okay.
What do you think of it?
It's pretty good. I wouldn't say it's the best, but it was a pretty good. Like I remember watching this my first one.
Was it better than Mirror Image?
I think this one, there's a lot of good stuff. Again, lots of padding, stuff we've talked about, some problems, a little on the nose, but I think the dystopia, very good. And I love
liked the subtle
It
dystopia
was
that
good.
was like
yeah,
gold,
and how it kind of
like unraveled.
your
Conformity,
your
web of knowledge widens.
It was
about
sort of startling.
the way the dialogue, it's well written because the dialogue kind of,
It's good expository dialogue.
it's good expository dialogue.
Good.
That was my favorite attraction.
Expository.
That was my
What's that?
favorite person with human face. Okay, what do you give this out of 10, Pat?
You got a good idea.
Whoa.
What?
We should take our lips up and our noses up,
What's
and
your
then
favorite?
run around your house looking.
What
like
a
that.
what a like weird idea.
I think I will veto that. Do you have a score, Calvin?
I'd give it a 8.5 out of 10.
Yeah.
It was pretty good.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Oh, this is really tough. Almost an 8.5. I'm gonna give it an 8.
Okay. I think it's a little lower than that.
Okay.
Okay. So I think I'm going to go with
One.
a 7.5, but like a very high 7.5. As
So
high
a
as it could be
7.8,
without being.
a 7.8.
No, I'm not allowed to.
It's illegal. But okay. Great.
7.5.
So, okay, next episode we'll be talking about the episode Nick of Time, and we'll see you then.